Hello and welcome to another update video about AVAX. Yeah, on the AVAX chart, we want to start in a daily time frame. We can see here few scenarios that are relevant. We want to talk about them as well as the relevant support levels, pivots. I will talk about the support levels in a smaller time frame, but here this is just about understanding the levels, and the not the levels, more like the roadmap here that we're tracking. First of all, as I've always said, this chart only rallied in 3 waves in the beginning, so we don't have a clear impulsive move up, and the decline looks a bit like a 5-wave move. Now, I've always said maybe I'm wrong about it, and therefore we give the white scenario a chance, which is the most bullish pathway. Well, if you believe that the bullish count is playing out, then even now is a good time to buy. I don't believe that one though, right? Because in the white count, I mean, yeah, in the white count, if that's the one that you believe and I don't, then the long-term projection, I mean, it points towards, let me just double check that. Yeah, it points to $200, $307, maybe even $412. For me, that's at the moment at least not realistic, and it's not a scenario I believe in, but it is still valid, and it will have a chance as long as the price stays above $12.50. Below $12.50 though, it's going to get much less likely and will be invalidated with a break below $8.60. Now you might say, oh, but these levels are far away, so invalidation point is clear, right? So you could set a stop below that if you believe that. But the reward, I mean, it's still a good reward to risk ratio, yeah? Just, imagine if it goes to, I don't know, 300, 400, it would be a good reward to risk ratio. But again, it's not the scenario I believe at the moment. It's absolutely valid though. It would be my 3rd most likely scenario. It's still one of the most likely scenarios, right? I wouldn't show you unlikely scenarios. They are not even on the chart. I've got 3 likely counts, and the most likely for me is the yellow one. Then we've got the blue one as, I would say, 2nd most likely. And then the 3rd most likely is the white count. So let's talk about them. What is the yellow count? We talked about white. Again, told you what needs to happen for that. And for the yellow count, which is the one that I'm following primarily at the moment, it might shift as well because the micro count or microstructure doesn't fully align here. In the yellow count, we have 5 waves down in a wave 1. This was an A wave up into the December high 23, B wave down. We're now moving up in a C wave. And it would ideally get one more high. Okay, so basically it means we keep the door open for one more high in the yellow scenario before it breaks down in the next bear market or next large correction. Ultimately, it's not a very reliable chart. That also takes us to the blue count, because in the blue count, we have the same count essentially, 1, 2, but then the wave 2 has already topped. Instead of topping as per the yellow count, it would have topped already, and we saw wave 1, 2 set up to the downside more directly, and would go down like that more directly. So this would be the directly bearish count. Ultimately, the yellow count will become less likely with a break below $32. But for now, I still keep the door open for higher as per the yellow count. So yellow is preferred, right? One more high. That's not great though. Okay, one more high. That's also what I'm tracking for Bitcoin. Bitcoin should also form one more high in this cycle. So it is kind of realistic. And white would definitely need to prove itself. I can see that potential if Bitcoin really extends, also in a more directly bullish scenario, which I don't expect at this stage, but it's possible. That's why it's on the chart, right? So for now, I'm not confirming that we're breaking down or anything, but white definitely needs to prove itself, right? So overall, whenever you have 3 scenarios in a chart, it's pretty balanced probabilities, right? And people will say, oh, too many scenarios. Well, it is the chart, okay? It's not me, it's the chart. So that doesn't mean Elliott wave doesn't work. It just tells me it's a pretty lousy chart, I have to say. It's a pretty messy chart that doesn't give very clear probabilities. And that's a great outcome from an analysis, I have to tell you that. But anyway, on the smaller time frame, we still have support to watch, and I told you what my preferred interpretation is. So around about $32 is support. Is it an invalidation point? No. I mean, I see this as a diagonal structure to the upside, right? And we have a wave 1, we have a wave 2, a wave 3. The wave 4 we know that in a wave 4, the invalidation point is the wave 2 low. So we talk about $22.30. However, normally, I wouldn't call it a wave 4 with a break below $32. So then it might morph into maybe the white count or some kind of a B wave pullback. So there is going to be one more support area left on the micro level should the price break below $32. And that's the area between $22.35 and $27.22. And the market could recover from there. So basically below $32, the focus will shift to $27 to $22, but it would probably not be within a wave 4 scenario. It might be a B wave. Okay, so for now, either way, and that's very important. Either way, there is no confirmed low in place here anyway. I'm watching for reaction. We have several attempts here of a reversal, but so far AVAX hasn't made it, hasn't done it. I would need to see minimally a break below the mid-January high at $41.30 to indicate that some kind of a low has actually formed. That's the update about AVAX. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. If you're interested in the membership, you can check out our channel page. There is a video that explains the membership benefits and tiers. You get access, for example, to member videos in addition to the, let's say, public videos. Today I published Alchemy Pay. I know it moved a lot. A lot of people asked for an update. Dogwave Hat was updated yesterday, for example. You also get access to our member live stream. I mean, on Sunday, I covered more than 20 coins in that live stream, including, for example, Silica, Jupiter, Snack, Marathon Holdings, which is not a coin, Super, Aptos. We even talked about the S&P 500 and NASDAQ. And also you get access to our Discord server if you're a gold member with a lot of additional content. So check it out if you're interested. Have a great day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.